Hello.
Greetings, man.
Greetings to you. Hello there, Alan. It's good to see you.
Great to see you, my friend. It's been so long.
It has been
Yeah.
so long since I've seen your face.
Yes.
Hello, everyone. Come on in. Glad.
Hey,
How are you? What a
I'm
treat to see
good.
you.
Good to
Oh,
see you.
Amanda. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
To bring everyone in, DTK. Hello, David. It's wonderful to see you all here. I think I'm going to turn off the chimes here because I'm going to just keep jumping in. Zach, how wonderful to see you. Elisa, welcome, welcome.
Niyama.
Oh, hi. Well, hello there, Monique. I'm seeing myself here. I'm like, all right, everyone's coming in. It's good to see everyone. I'm going to turn on my air conditioning. Let's just I'll spend about like another minute just allowing like for some of the peeps to come in, and then we'll go on from there. It's really good to see you all. And it's really good to see you all. Cheers to you. Um, Hello, Christine. How are you?
How are you?
Doing well. Good to see you, Monique. Ah, it's quite a pleasure to see all of you here. Um, I'm gonna get started right now. I know people will come in as they can, but I will be mindful of your time and be respectful of your time as well. It's absolutely wonderful to see each and every one of you. And I say that, and I find myself continuing to say that because it's the truth. It's the truth in this matter. We're going to have a lot of fun today. We're here to create connection, to create alignment. We're here I can see myself just smiling every time someone's face comes up. I'm like, oh, it's good to see you. We're here to create connection. We're here to create alignment. And we're also here to re-energize as well. All right. What I'll do to start us off here, I want to give us all a chance to speak ourselves into the room, but I know that people will be coming in for the next few minutes. So I'm going to start off and just kind of orient us all together, and then I'll give you a chance to go ahead and speak yourself into this room. Firstly, you'll notice that this is recording. So I want to just call that out here. We're going to be doing some things that, let's say this here. Let me slow this down. We have the opportunity to connect here. I'm not, and this will be available for people in my community later on. This is how I operate. Anything that happens in this big group here will be recorded. But we're going to be doing some breakout rooms later on where you'll really get a chance to go through the meat of things and get the chance to know each other. And when you're in that room there, none of that is recorded. All right. So I want to give you a heads up about that beforehand. Awesome. So I want you to just start off here by taking a look, and I'll be muting everyone when you're not talking. That's my ask of you. Just please mute yourself while we're not talking. I want you to start off here by just taking a look at all the screens that are in front of you right now. The people here, yourself included, were specifically invited to be here. You're some of the most interesting, most intimidating, and most inspiring people that I know. And I want to just I'm filled with joy seeing all of you here together. And the reason I'm filled with joy is because I think more than anything else, like regardless of how this conversation goes, I want you all to have each other. And that's really what's at the core of this all here for me. All right. For today's conversation, you'll get this. This is not a webinar of any sorts. This is a chance for us to really have some real conversations and navigate what that will look like for all of us here. All right. And so as we do that, I want to go ahead and give us a chance to really come in and take advantage of the space that we have together. All right. So I see you first and foremost. I'm going to mute everyone that is not out here. If you are, I'm going to mute all. Great. So I see you all, and I want to be very explicit in saying this here. I invited you here because I see you as a trailblazer. I see you as someone who does something differently in the world and has navigated yourself to success time and time again through uncertain and paths. And especially given this time of uncertainty and challenge, like there is no direct path ahead of us. And it's time, and I look to each of you, I'm looking at each of your screens right now. I look to each of you because I see each of you as being individually capable of helping to shape the next era of humanity, realistically. So there's this element here that I really just want to just call out and say, like, this is part of the ability for us all to come together. All right. And part of the reason why I chose this platform. All right. So throughout this year, I'm going to just ask us to do a few things, give ourselves a little bit give ourselves a chance to really be able to be in this space. All right. So the elements here that I like to do is just give us a chance to just check in and see what's happening in your body. I want to give everyone we'll do a around the screen here. And I'll say this here, as I said, this conversation is being recorded. So do whatever you need to do for yourself in this space. Whenever we're with a larger group, there will be, that element will be shared. And then we'll go into breakout rooms later on, which won't be shared. I want to make sure everyone who just joined has an opportunity to know that as well. So my invitation to you is to do whatever you need to do during this time to keep yourself, to both keep yourself safe, but also to allow yourself to use this as an opportunity to be visible with a group of people who are just exceptional in so many different ways. So what I want to do is just start off here and just give us a chance to just say hello to one another and introduce ourselves. If you can do this here, we're going to go, you can say your name, where you are in the world, and then just like what you're feeling right now in your body, just like a sentence or two. Thank you, DTK. Name, where you are in the world, and how you're feeling right now in your body. All right, we'll go all around here. All right. So I'll start us off here. Hi, everyone. Good to see you. My name is Niyama Shang, and I live in Singapore. Right now in my body, I'm aware of a twitching in my left leg. I can feel a tightness in my chest that feels like both anxiety and excitement from seeing all of you here. I also feel a little short of breath as I get excited for what else is coming on. On my screen, I'll just follow the screen over here. I have Alan, Gilad, and then Amanda, and I'll go on. We'll let you know who's on deck from there. So, Alan.
Thank you for the space, man. My name's Alan Santos. I'm in Santa Cruz, California. It's just a pleasure to be here with you all right now. And in my body, I'm feeling a real groundedness in my legs, through my feet, into the earth. And I'm also just having to keep some attention on my back too. I've been on a screen all day, so I can feel a lot of my attention just pulling in and get focused. So I've got attention on my back, and I too have a little bit of a heightened heart rate, and just a bubbly excitement coming up through the base of my spine, up through my body. It feels good, actually. Thank you.
Thank you. Glad, Amanda, and then David.
Hey, Gilad Carney. I live in Seattle, originally from Israel, if you wonder about the name. I feel inner peace, excitement, very excitement to be here, and low in energies now, end of the day for me. So I'm ready to let go, whatever will happen here.
Okay. Hi, my name is Amanda Dunn. I am currently in Pennsylvania, but I live in Kuwait. Right now, my body and mind are doing two different things. My body is pretty excited. It is nice to see all of your faces, and also I feel torn hearing my child in the background in another room. But I want to be present and I want to be here. And so that excitement is fueling me. And I see she is coming in the room right now. So I will stop there.
Hi, little one. Thank you, David.
Hello, little bit. My name is David. You hear Niyama call me DTK. I'm connected in from Atlanta, Georgia, east coast of the U.S. And I am noticing a giddy spentness right now. Body is feeling depleted fuel, but got that giddiness of being in the space here.
Thank you. Good to have you here, DTK. We'll go with Zach, Elisa, and then Christine.
Hey, everybody. My name is Zach Klein, and I'm calling from Los Angeles right now. Really grateful to be in this space, to be connecting to some new faces and some familiar ones. Feeling some tightness in my belly and excitement in my chest and throat and face. Amen.
Fantastic. Elisa, Christine, and then Monique.
My name is Elisa, and I am also feeling a little tightness in my chest. My ankles keep moving around a lot because I think I'm also excited. And I'm hoping by the time we're done with intros, I can completely leave behind the stuff that I wanted to get done before this call. So I'm breathing slowly to calm myself down while everyone introduces themselves.
Let's all just take a deep collective breath right now to just breathe in. Here we go. And then just let it out. Thank you, Elisa. It's great to have you here. So Christine, Monique, and then William.
Hi, y'all. I'm Christine, obviously. I'm in a little town called Hastings-on-Hudson in Westchester, just north of New York City. And, well, it's weird. When I started talking, my heart started beating real fast. But other than that, I'm feeling exhausted, frankly. And my head's a little heavy today. So that's my honest answer. But nice to see you all.
Monique, William, Kai.
Hi, everyone. I see familiar faces and new people. So hello, I'm Monique. I'm in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Just got a ton of snow today, but it's warm, so that's good. I'm feeling a little bit of tightness in my belly. It's usually anxiety for showing up. Usually goes away after I stop talking. But otherwise, just really grateful to be here.
William, Kai, and then John.
Niyama, is it me now? Or okay, great. So my name is Jonathan Rose. I am currently in North Haven, Connecticut, but normally I live in Manila, Philippines. And right this moment, feeling a little soreness in my lower back from my workout today, but otherwise feeling relaxed and excited about this conversation.
Fantastic. Good to have you here. So, William, we'll go with you. Was your mic working there? I saw you were unmuted, but I wasn't able to hear anything from you. So we cannot hear you. Yeah. So check your audio settings, check the bottom left-hand corner, and reconnect your audio. We'll come back to you in a bit. So we'll go with Kai, Jackie, and then Erin, and William, we'll wrap up with you.
My name is Kai. I'm in Whidbey Island, or on Whidbey Island, Washington State in the U.S. I'm feeling a little bit nervous, kind of sweaty palms. I feel a lot of love and connectedness, and I guess I can feel kind of a general tension in my body that's slowly changing as I let more love in.
Great to have you here. Jackie and then Erin.
Hi, I'm Jackie from Singapore. Sorry for my sleepy voice. I literally just rolled out of bed. What am I feeling in my body? I literally feel it waking up. I've just had my coffee, slowly relaxing and excited about what's ahead for the rest of the day.
Have you? So then Aaron, Karen, and then Mike.
I'm Erin Baker. I am in Ann Arbor, Michigan, home of the Michigan Wolverines. And I'm actually feeling like my body is really relaxed right now because I got a long walk in today and that sort of loosened up all of the tension. So I'm just feeling like all loosey-goosey right now. Might wine.
Nice. So Karen, Mike, and then Huynh.
Hi, everyone. My name is Karen Zayden and currently located in New York City. Feeling today like I am pouring from a full cup. I had the opportunity to do a live yoga class this afternoon, and just before we popped on the call, I'm not sure if any of you have heard, but there's a lot of clapping that happens at 7 p.m. here to honor those essential workers, and that's always such a bittersweet moment to experience. So I feel very comfortable and confident, and I'm really excited to continue this chat.
Fantastic. Good to have you here.
Hey everyone, I'm Michael. Clearly also in New York City as well. I have an opposite feeling aside from celebrating the healthcare workers we could hear being celebrated outside. I feel crunched up. I've been on calls all day. And so it's like it feels like a struggle, both from kind of that pressure in the chest as well as that additional exertion that I need, but want to extract from myself for this conversation. So super excited to just connect with real people for the first time all day, aside from Karen.
Nicely done. Let's go with Huynh, Ria, and then Brooke.
Hey everyone, this is Kian from Vietnam. I also just woke up at 6 a.m. for me, and I'm glad to be here. My body is a little bit waking up, so I've been doing some yoga in the background. But as it's waking up, I'm feeling a life force coming in. So I'm very looking forward to having the human connection as the first thing in the day.
Thank you. Good to have you here. And thanks. Like I'm feeling myself stretching out. You've created some space for me with you doing your yoga there. I'm like, oh, I can also move my body. So let's keep that in mind as we do this here too, right? We are not limited to the 2x2 inch space that we have around us on this screen. Right? Do what you need to keep yourself in the air engaged. We'll go with Ria, Brooke, and then back to William.
Hi, I'm Ria. I am currently in San Francisco. I am supposed to be in Europe right now, but that is not happening. I'm feeling a little frustrated because of that, and I'm feeling like I've been sitting down for weeks. So grounded in more ways than one. Yeah.
Thank you, Ria. We'll go with Brooke and then William.
Hi, I'm Brooke, and I'm in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And as Ria was speaking, I noticed I was feeling like a lot of warmth and compassion and maybe a little bit of sadness just about how everyone is in interesting circumstances. So I felt that my heart started to open a little bit more when I heard her speaking. And I feel a lot of gratitude that we're all here.
Thank you, Brooke. William?
Can you hear me now?
Oh, yes.
Oh, fantastic. Hi, William, out in Detroit. It's been about 13 days since we had sunshine, and I got sunshine out even though it's almost 7:30. So as excited as I am to be here, I'm also excited to get outside for a little bit.
Fantastic. I'm also just going to just really note right now, I'm feeling something to seem like, wow, I really do know people from all over the world, right? This is like, and when I think about the ability to shape the next era of humanity, I'm like, wow, we're well positioned to do this here. So like this, I want to just introduce you really quickly to some of your peers here, some of the people that most inspire me, most intimidate me, and are most interesting to me. Today during this conversation, we're going to have some fun. There are a lot of different emotions that are in this group, and I'm really, really thrilled because of that. Because I think we get a chance to. I mean, it's just real right now. We're just about ready to move on to the next part, but I just noticed that Georgie has joined, and if Georgie, if you're able to come and join us, I'm going to bring you quickly into the room. If so, hey,
morning,
Georgie.
Everyone.
Morning.
Morning.
So
Hey.
We're doing right now just a quick round of introductions to get to know everyone. If you can introduce yourself with your name, your location, and what you're feeling right now in your body. We'll go from there.
I'm Georgie Hallaby. I'm based in Singapore, and I'm feeling an expansionness in my lower back right now, which is a really good sign for stability.
Fantastic. Awesome. All right, y'all. So we are going to have, like I said, we're going to have some fun. I kind of keep saying that, I think, because I need to remind myself that, you know, like you all have had experiences with me. You've walked next to me in a store. You've had conversations with me online. You've been in spaces with me. I can't help but bring out like the depth, the gravity of it all. And I want to make sure we have some fun too, right? The element of this here is to get great people to get to know one another, right? And to do it in a way that continues to serve you as an individual with what you need for this moment right now, and to continue going forward afterwards. The other part of this here is to make sure that you have each other, right? So to do this here, we're going to have a series of different conversations. Sometimes we'll be in this big group together. Sometimes we'll be in smaller groups together. I want to give us a set of agreements to help us really make the most of this experience, right? So for me, when I think about an agreement is not ground rules, and it's not expectations. It's something that we all collectively decide to say yes. We actively say yes to participating with it. All right. So I'm going to go through each of the agreements, and there's two things here. You can just raise your hand like this. I'll ask at a certain time. You can just raise your hand to just say if you're to acknowledge you're in agreement. If you're off video, you can either send a chat, or I will take an abstination, or you can abstain, right? If you need to directly say a yes or a no is fine in this space. I just want to make sure that it's worth taking the extra 30 seconds to find out what we really need in order to make this all work. All right, cool. If we do take if you are a no to it, that's fine. We'll just spend a little bit of time to see what's necessary. Okay. So this first agreement here is that I'm going to lead, but you're in control. I'm going to lead, but you're in control. You do whatever you need to in terms of to show up for yourself, to take care of your body and your life. Some people might be jumping in. Some people might be taking off at different times. Like, that's fine. All that is good here. There's a lot of questions we're going to go, and a lot of ways you're going to be able to explore today. You choose your experience. And one of the things that I think is really great about playing in my play box, my sandbox, and my playground is that you're going to grow one way or the other. So there's information in any choice that you make. All right. So I'm going to lead, but you're in control. Anyone have any questions on that? Cool. Can I just see really quickly, there's a show of hands if you're in agreement with that? Okay, cool. All right, thank you. The next one here is, I put a smile on my face here. I'd love to invite you to enter the brag zone with me. So in the brag zone, this is a specific place here where you can't get too big and you can't get too messy. This is a place where you can put humility to the side, and you don't have to worry about coming off arrogant or cocky or obnoxious. the people on this call are fantastic people, each of you individually in your own way. And what I want to do is make sure that you have the space to be able to be that in this current environment. I think that, all right, one of the things that has been really difficult for me during this period of time has been a calling. I feel more called than ever to actually take action, and things in my life right now are fairly stable overall, and I'm really grateful for that. And I know that it's been difficult for me to connect with people at times because I've been feeling for myself that there's a lot of fear. There's a lot of emotions, that fear, sadness, loss, grief, that are permeating our world. And I feel that. And I also feel energized and ready to go. And I feel opportunities. And I'm like, oh, this is the time to get into action, So I have both those feelings taking place simultaneously. And honestly, it's been really hard to find a place where that can live as well. It's been really hard to be able to be in that space. And the thing about it for me is, as I think about it, it becomes even more important for those that can to do. For those that can to do. And so I wanted, part of the reason for the brag zone, especially in this space here, is to give ourselves a chance to be able to acknowledge all sides of what's going on for us. Right. And to not have to, and to have the ability to expand in this space so that when we leave here, we will be taken care of for tonight or starting off on the great part for our day and can be there for ourselves and for other people. All right. So I want to invite you to, feel comfortable being uncomfortable in the brag zone. All right. And if you're in agreement with that, can I see your hand? Okay. I think I saw everyone. Wonderful. The other part here is we're going to do some shares later on. Well, I'll get to that when we get to that. I'll create some more agreements as we need to there. I think the last thing I'm going to say here around the agreements part is that no one here needs fixing, right? So let's all have our experience, however we have, whatever comes up. But my invitation to you is that we're not here to fix anyone here. This is a space where anything, it can all live, right? You're all individually powerful people, and I'm calling on you all to allow that power to come out. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is to express your frustration or to allow tears out or to be just real in the moment. But if that happens, we can give that person the space to just have their emotions, to just be in that, just be them in that moment. All right. So are we in agreement that no one here needs to be fixed? Okay, wonderful. The last thing I'm going to just introduce really quickly is just some ways for us to be able to communicate throughout this, right? I see the chat has been going on. It's fun for me because this is a newer experience for me to see how do I manage chat and how do I respond to this as different things are coming up. Use the chat as you like. Use any of the features here on Zoom as you like. I think you have access to quite a few different features. Play with it. Use this as your playground here. So a lot of you lead your own communities. A lot of you lead your own tribes. Part of my intention is to give you a chance to see things from a different place, a different perspective. So play with it. Play with things within the Zoom environment. And then as someone goes on and if they share something or something that really resonates with you, you can go ahead and use this symbol. You can take your thumb and your pinky and just indicate that I get you. It's almost like the kids nowadays are #mood, or there's such a mood right now. That's what I think of with this here. It's oh yeah, mood. On top of that, if there's anything you hear that you agree with, you can just use some some spirit fingers and send some love that way. All right, pretty cool. Awesome. It's sign language for same. Thank you, Monique. Same. Nice. Thank you. All right. So let's jump into this here. What I'm going to do here is, I think the best way to do this is I want to give you all a chance to actually speak. So if you have, I'm going to ask you 3 questions really quickly, and then we're going to break out and go into breakout rooms. And when we go into the breakout rooms, you'll each get about 5 minutes individually to share your responses to these 3 questions. Then we'll come back, we'll share, and then we'll get another set and go on from there. Okay? Cool. So the first question, right, is this. What are you proud about? About the way that about in the last 2 weeks in particular, what are you proud about for either yourself or for others during this time? If you need to write it down, feel free to go grab a piece of paper, whatever it is. It's a bit of reflection for you to be able to also process some of what's going on right now. Bless you, Zach. All right. So what are you proud about right now? The next question, you can keep writing as I'm going on here. The next question is, what are you confident about in this moment? What are you confident about? This is a confidence, like currently, right now, presently. Like I'm confident that, like after this call, I'm going to go to bed. I'm like it doesn't need to be anything that's like too far out into the future. It's just something that you have right now in this moment. What are you confident about? And the third question is, what's the crossroads that you find yourself at right now? And the answer might be none. Well, what's the crossroads that you find yourself at right now? I'm going to give us all just a minute to think about those three questions right now. And then it'll be broken out into breakout rooms. So there's 18 of us. What we'll do is we'll do 3 people per room. I want to acknowledge some of you are going to be able to stay for the entire duration. Some of you are going to have to take off. If someone leaves, that's totally fine. You can just spend that time together, okay? When we go into the room there, just I'm going to invite you to please just introduce yourself again with your first name. And then I'll let you all kind of navigate that conversation. You might want to talk about all 3 of the questions that came up there. You might want to talk about one of the insights that you got or one of the answers that you got through that. Or you might just want to connect in a very different way with one another, right? But let's use we have these 3 questions as a bit of context for us all. I'm going to hit the breakout room, and what's going to happen is that you're each going to get 5 minutes to share, right? My actual invitation, this is going to be interesting. Yeah, because we're all in different time zones, I can't just say like, we'll come back at this time. So it'll be 15 minutes. What I'll do is I'll put in every 5 minutes. I'll just send a little notification that 5 minutes have gone by. All right. And at the end of that 5 minutes, you'll get, I'll close the room and then we'll all come back in here together. As I said, when you go into the breakout rooms, that part is not recorded. Okay. Any questions before I hit the magic breakout room session? Okay. All right, let's see how this goes. And I know that, let's see how it goes. Mike and Karen, I'll let you all figure out how you want to navigate that there. I think there'll be one group with 4, and we'll just make that happen. Okie dokie. Let's see. And the rooms are open. Have fun, y'all. Welcome back. Welcome back, y'all.
I was chatting halfway and then I clicked the wrong button.
Then you clicked the button. We'll get some time to come back in there in a bit there, but I'm just checking with everyone. All right, everyone's coming in. It's a bit. All right. Hi. It's good to see your faces. Hey, everyone. It's really funny to me. Like, so there's just small things where I'm like, all right, I'll see you all in 5 minutes. And then like, I'll start like doing something. I was like, oh, I didn't start the timer. So it's just these fun things that keep coming up here
there's an app for that.
I know I have it now. But for some reason, I'm like, I'll see you all in 5 minutes. It will totally be done. And I just forget to like start the timer on it. And I'm like, No, it's 5 minutes. Here we go. Hey, y'all. It's good to see each of you here. We're coming up. I have an hour and a half set aside to this here, but we're coming up at the top of the hour. Some people like just take off as you need to, right? There's some people who are going to be coming in at the top of the hour as well. So the space is here, right? But I am going to be here for an hour and a half. I just want to let you all know that, right? So firstly here, and as that comes in, my invitation is that as other people come in or as people leave, like welcome them in your own way, however you do your thing, right? It might just be a nod or whatever it is. So it's good to see you all back here. A lot of you look like a lot more expansive right now in this moment right now. What I'd like to do is just take the next let's take the next 10 minutes to just get a couple different shares that's out here. Maybe not 10 minutes. We'll just take let's start off with like 3 shares and then see what we're being called to share. So my invitation here, when we go into these breakout rooms, what happens in that breakout room is for you, right? And for your connection. When we come out here, this is an opportunity for us all to know that even though we all went on our own separate experiences, we're all still part of a larger collective, right? So I'd like to start a new agreement when it comes to shares here. And the agreement I'd like to bring in for us is we share about our experience specifically. We don't talk about anything else that is someone else's experience. So as an example, I might go and say, during the conversation, something was shared that like really tugged on my heartstrings and it made me remember X, Y, and Z about myself, that I'll give a green check mark to. What we don't want to do is be like, oh yeah, when Nathaniel told me this thing about his mother and this, that, and the other, like that is not necessary in this space here. I want to let's maintain the integrity of the breakout rooms and really give ourselves the space to share about some of the insights or some of the things that are happening for us inside there. So with that there, can I get a hands up if you're in agreement to that way of sharing together? Cool. I'm looking around. All right. I'm seeing all the hands. Great. Welcome to everyone that has joined us. There'll be more people that are joining. There'll be other people who take off. Just know that you're welcome and jump in immediately. We'll just continue on from there. So who had something that, that took place for them? DTK, let's start off with you. Yeah. Why don't you come and share with us?
It's interesting. When you asked the question about what are you confident about, something came clear instantly. It was sort of a Gilad will appreciate this. Gamze Ya'avor. It was this too shall pass. And it was very, very clear that not only will we get through this, but there's also the other side of this too shall pass, which is enjoy what's positive, enjoy what's working, because that may pass as well. So, I had a lot of gratitude and appreciation for that confidence and knowledge that, we'll get through this. Well, it may pass like a kidney stone, but we'll get through, right? So that was an awareness that came quickly.
Thank you for that, DTK. Who else? William, yes. Oh, is that a shake, or is that you have something to share?
I have something to share, and
yeah, that's right. I was like, one hand. That's good. Good.
I'd like to do this. I'll be heading out in the next 4 minutes because the sun is setting. I promised myself a little sunshine, but one of the bigger experiences here is that I've got time and I've been making a bigger use of it, and just speaking about it made it a lot clearer to myself that I am making strides. I am taking advantage of what is available to me, making the best out of the situation that we're in.
Fantastic. And enjoy that sun. Enjoy that sun for all of us here with you.
I will. Thank you all.
Absolutely. I'm seeing hands come up, and I think they were saying goodbye. And I also want to say, is there anyone else that has a share? Gilad.
The more I experience those kind of communities and more I expand the people I know from the globe, it keeps striking me with how unique each one of us in their own way, and with that, how not unique we are in will.
Can you say that last
how,
sentence again? You said, and
yeah,
with that, and then you broke up a bit.
Yeah, and with that, how not unique at all we are with what we feel. It doesn't matter the success you have. It doesn't matter what challenges now in your life, money, right? All of it doesn't matter. We all go through the same feelings throughout our lives. Sometimes it can be better, sometimes can be harder, but is, a set of feelings that we all experience. And I feel it's a message that important to be out there, because when we experience that, it can feel very alone. I know that. But the message is, for me, we are so unique in who we are, and that's awesome, but we are not unique in what we feel. And there's unity around that for me. So, yeah, thank you for the space.
Thank you for that. That hits right there, and I think that's one of the bigger parts of this. I constantly have this push and pull. I can feel myself, like a push and pull of, I want to be unique, but I also want to be with everyone. I want to belong at the same time, and there's different elements of what you're saying that I feel like it's part of the reason why being able to share our feelings in this point here, and to own whatever that is, actually helps us be able to come together even more. I'm glad to start seeing articles right now that are talking about social distancing, and they're like, we shouldn't have used that term. Maybe we should use a different term there. Because as soon as I heard it, I was like, oh, my friends, we're already socially distant. Like, that's not a new thing. It's like telling me to breathe. It's like, we already know how to be distant from one another. And yet at the same time, like, we're now getting a chance to experience a sense of closeness and coming together. That's going to be permeable throughout all this. So thank you very much, Gilad. I'll take one more share really quickly, and then I'll do a quick wrap up for anyone that has to take off now. And then if anyone's here to stay, we have another set for us to go into. Actually, let me go ahead first and just do the wrap up so that if anyone has to take off there, they feel good here, right? And the quote unquote wrap up in this point is just like, first, let me just acknowledge anyone that has to take off here. Thank you let me acknowledge everyone that has been here so far, right? I acknowledge you for taking time for yourself. I acknowledge you for being someone that I thought of. I acknowledge you for the game that you're playing in the world. Like, this is something that you've been doing for years, and you stuck out to me as someone who's just absolutely incredible. And I say that, and I'll keep repeating it so that no matter where you are and no matter what happens, you know that there is at least one person out there who sees you as you really are, and you can stand on that, knowing with that in confidence and with and just in full trust of that, right? They are next week at the same day and time, whatever that day and time happens to be for you in the world. Next week at the same day and time, we're meeting and we're doing another community experience. Throughout April, one of the ways that I'm supporting is just to create these kinds of spaces here. Each time you meet, you'll have it might look a little differently. They'll have different people there. It's just really, that's really the intention there. So if you're interested in knowing more about if you're interested in being in that, just let me know, send me a message, and I'll make sure you get the invitation. You can also go to, I'll copy the link here right now, but you can go to Niamashang/gatherings. 3 times a week, I'm doing something to support support the tribe of Trailblazers, right? And so one time we meet for a mastermind where you can come in, you can ask any kind of questions, anything that you have, for just kind of like an office hour, an open office hour, just to connect or to ask a question, whatever it is, like, we're there. It has a different feel than this space. Another time a week, we come specifically around leadership and how can you lead change during this time, and kind of say there's a new normal that's being formed. How can you determine and direct what that normal is going to be? And we all have that ability here within this group and as individuals. So one time a week, we focus on that. And then at this same time and day, we'll meet for really just community and to get that kind of connection taking place. And my intention with that is to help you always come here to realign, to re-energize, and reconnect with yourself, with others, and with your higher purpose. All right. So I want to make sure you all know that there. For those of you that are taking off, we'll see you later. For those of you that are coming on, it's great to have you. All right. Talk to you soon. So for everyone else that's here, we're now going to move into, I'm going to ask you another set of questions here. I think that today I just want to give you all a chance to just keep getting to know each other through these spaces here, right? Before we get into that, I'm seeing some stretching and I love it. You can either keep your video on or turn it off, but let's take like a 15-second just like stretch break to move our bodies, to do something here. Just let it all just hang out. All right, you can keep moving, you can keep doing whatever you need to, and again, you can do this at any point here. But let's just keep ourselves in the game as we go along. Awesome. All right, so I want to give you all time to get back with each other. We're going to do different groups this time, and they're a different set of questions, right? So if the first part of our questions are really around like belonging and really looking at ourselves here, we're now going to look into possibility. What's possible for it? Where's the growth elements as well, right? So the 3 questions I have for you this time around are on my screen. 1, what's your hidden superpower? And there's actually something important in that. What's your hidden superpower? It's not just the superpower that you have, but what's the part that's the superpower that you are hiding? What's your hidden superpower? Mm-hmm. Take some time on that one. The second one, what does the world need most right now? What does the world need most right now? And the last question here, what do I need most right now? Okay. We're going to go break off now then. The 3 questions were, what's your hidden superpower? What does the world need most right now? And what do I need most right now?
Nemo, could you clarify the hidden superpower? So that was not a superpower that we're consciously hiding. What was it?
Yes. The hidden superpower. I think the part of it that excites me is like I think we know, and you can answer this maybe in 2 questions. It might be like, what's your superpower, and just letting that come out. But there's another part of like there's a superpower that you have right now that you probably are not sharing with the world, that you're not actually bringing up right now, right? And it's still yours, but right now it's hidden.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
What would that one be? All right. Cool. Welcome to the conversation, Muriel. What I'm going to do is just to give you all a heads up here. We're going to have some people that are joining in. A lot of them will probably stay in the room with me here, but there might be I might invite a few. I think that's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to let them come and stay in the room with me. So because I don't want to break up what you all are doing. All right. So the 3 questions once again are: what's your hidden superpower? What does the world need most right now? And what do I need most right now? Okay. And I'm going to break you all off in the rooms. Any other questions? All right.
Good morning.
Let's play. Hello, Muriel. How are you? Muriel, you're going to jump right into this experience right now. I can see Mike is like, you're going to jump right into this experience right now. We're breaking up into some breakout rooms, and we are answering 3 questions and just having some time together around that. All right. So we'll take 15 minutes for this section as well. I'll give you 5-minute notifications on it. Just know that you are here and you're welcome. Let me go ahead and find some new rooms here. Give me 1 second.
Sorry, I'm not putting my picture yet. I'm not ready.
Yeah, that's fine, Muriel.
I look like sheep again.
That's all good.
Okay, so do I, and the camera's still on. Shush.
But you have a good hair day, Kai.
So I'm going to hit the rooms here. We're going to start off here in the rooms, and we'll continue on from there. All right. You should all be able to see this now. Have fun with each other. Welcome back, party people. All right. So here we go here. Yeah, look at that. I'm seeing the party actually taking place here. So we'll do this here. We'll go around. We'll do another set of shares, and then we'll wrap up for today. Just really want to honor all of you here. I'm like this really quickly. We're just gonna shake this out real quick. Bam. There we go. There we are. So y'all just got a chance to experience something here. I'd love to just go around and let's take like 3 people to share about anything about this entire experience for you. Any insight that you've gotten from this entire experience, anything that you're feeling in this moment. Just go ahead and just put your hand up. We'll share something, and then we'll go on from there. All right. And then we'll wrap up at the half hour. Anyone have anything that they'd like to share?
Yeah. I decided that I will have my guts to, which was my hidden secret, my hidden power, guts. And I said, well, you have no guts to show your face then, Muriel. And so here I am. I'm talking to myself and taking action with from my sharing. So yeah, something I would like to share, because I had this discussion with my eldest daughter. We are in mode of social distancing. I don't believe we are social distancing. Actually, we are connecting more and better than ever. But physical distancing is a reality, and it's fine. But lately, my daughter she's an emotional sponge. If someone needs help, she has a big heart. She's always going to go out there, and she's taking people's problem as her problem. And that's great value, but it's also hurts her. And she's had this disappointment because she's so kind and helpful. She necessarily, without fail, I would say, is disappointed. And I keep telling her expectation is misery. But it's her, I cannot change her. It's her personality.
So Muriel, I'm going to invite you really quickly here. Just thank you. I want to, and if we had more time, I would really just create more space to just listen through all this here. I want to be respectful of that, and let's create some time for that. For you in this moment, what was the insight that you have? I'd love to be with that. And I'm sorry for interrupting, but I do want to make sure I create the time for you appropriately for that.
So what was the question? Sorry.
Yeah. What are you feeling right now? I'm hearing something about your daughter and all that. And this happens a lot. You'll find this, I'll ask people how they're doing, and then we'll get a question around what's happening around them. And so I have to ask the question again, how are you doing?
I feel, and it's along the line with what I was saying earlier about my daughter, that I feel that I need to remove toxicity around me, toxic people who are creating direct or indirect damage in the life of you, of me, or of others. So, yes, it's a good moment with this distancing, to distance from emotional toxicity.
Who else feels that right there? Just to take inventory and kind of see okay, let's make sure we're staying away from emotional toxicity.
It feels like a great detox.
Yeah.
Am I answering your question?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for sharing, Muriel. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
Good to see you here. Glad you're here. Let's take another share really quickly. What's one insight, one thing that came up for you throughout this entire conversation?
I can check quickly.
Yeah. I'm hearing different things here. We'll go with Hyun to share, and then we'll go to Michael, and then we'll call it a session.
Yeah. Very briefly, our conversation. I I'm just mentioning. So Kai said it's not.
Well, a second. I'm gonna pause real quick. What is your insight from it there? Let's not share anything that happened in that space there. Just let us know what is the insight or the impact that it had on you.
Okay, so the impact is that we can feel each other's presence, and that way, when we do that, the other person will know what impact they have. And that's why I mentioned,
yeah. Thank you for that. I get you, and I can feel the energy there, and I want to also respect. I want to expect that space for what it is. It helps let us know, like, this is we can be safe in that space, and then here's another place for us, right? Awesome. Thank you, Gwen. Really appreciate it. Michael, one share for today, and we'll just end up afterwards.
Yeah, thank you. I think what was clear from a lot of the conversation, the breakout as well as the group, is and I say this as we sit in our self-quarantine in New York, the rush of removing the externalities in our lives and all of the extraneous stuff that we don't actually need, and the only things staying open being essential and that which fulfills our basic needs, I think is crucially the driver and what's driving us to actually become more connected on a human level with people in conversations like this, friends, family. So I appreciate that you created this forum, Niyama, to be able to bring together some great people to connect in a very human way, and so that we can practice here and be even better when we break out into our friend and family virtual happy hours in the days and weeks to come. So thank you, Niyama.
Thank you very much for that, Michael. I'm going to receive that. And that's like, it is practice. That's really what it's about. I want to just take this time here to just look at all of you and say, thank you all for being here. I'm going to send something here. If you're looking for anything else, you have the upcoming gatherings, you have the Facebook group if you want to continue to connect in between. We'll be back here next week. It might only be an hour next week, but I'm just really great to see you all. Let me know if any feedback, let me know if anything else you need, and we'll go from there, right? You can unmute yourself and send some love to everyone. We'll go from there, all right? Bye, y'all.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Muriel. All right, y'all. I'll see you later.
See ya.